What is up, guys? MeatyLock here, and today we are back in action looking at another mod spotlight. Today we're doing part 2 of Immersive Engineering. So last time we covered a lot of stuff like power generation and the way the power mechanics actually work. Today we are going to be covering everything else that's in the mod. I did that all in the first mod spotlight because I thought the power itself deserved its own video because there was a lot to explain. So the rest of this is kind of what you would expect from a mod. There is a lot of multi-blocks. We're going to go ahead and cover the multi-blocks right here. So getting started, the first thing you probably want to make is a coke oven and a blast furnace because this mod requires a lot of steel. And it also requires a lot of treated wood, which is what you're going to need the creosote oil for. Now, to make the coke oven, you just need to make these guys kind of like in Railcraft. It's just called coke oven bricks, and you just set them down in a 3x3x3 like this. And unlike Railcraft, where like the middle's kind of hollow or whatever, but for both these guys, it's completely filled up. And then you just take your watch this, look at this, filled all on the inside. You just take your hammer and you right click. There we go, it is done. And then this guy, it's the exact same as the coke oven, except for it's a blast furnace bricks. You just right click it, you make it a 3x3x3, and it works. So you want to start for this, you want to start putting blocks of coal or just normal coal in here, and it's going to make blocks of coal coke or normal coal coke and creosote oil. Creosote oil, you can take bottles or whatever and pour it out of here, and that's how you make treated wood. And treated wood is used for a lot of different recipes. And then you take your block of coal coke or your normal coal coke and iron, put it in here, and you get blocks or ingots of steel. Like I said, steel is used a lot in this mod. It's used a lot. Now, if you guys remember, we made the diesel generator over here. Now, the one thing I didn't cover is actually how to make the biodiesel. The way you make it is you need 3 things. You need a squeezer, a fermenter, and a refinery. So the squeezer, you can take different types of items like industrial hemp seeds, and it makes plant oil. Now, there's different stuff you can use. Pumpkin or melon or just normal seeds, and it'll give you 80 millibuckets. Or you can use industrial hemp seeds, and it'll give you 120 millibuckets of plant oil. Those are all the things you need for that. And as you see, it's just making plant oil like crazy. Now, how you make this is you just need light engineering blocks in this exact shape right here. 3x3 in the bottom, 3x3 in the top, and 1 in the middle. And then you have an industrial squeezer block, and you just wrap the industrial squeezer block all the way around the edge. And then take your hammer, boom, you got this guy. Now this one right here, the fermenter, it makes ethanol. So what you can use to make ethanol is either apples, melons, or sugar cans, and they make 80 millibuckets a tick. And you stick in here and makes ethanol. Now this is made the exact same way as this guy. You need light engineering blocks in this shape, and then you need the fermenter block, and you just bring it all the way around like this. There you go, look at that, look at that. Then you take your hammer, right click it, and it's done. Now you need both these liquids to actually make biodiesel. So each side of this guy right here has an input, the refinery. So there's one input over here, one input over here. Then so plant oil goes in one side, and then ethanol goes in the other side. It doesn't matter which side you pick. Also, the refinery has a little redstone control right here you can use. And then any liquids it outputs goes in the top right here. Now, to build this guy, you're going to need a combination of steel scaffolding, light engineering blocks, and heavy engineering blocks. And these are the layers right here. So for the first layer, it would be heavy, then heavy on each side like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and build the second layer. So the second layer would look something like this. There we go. And then the third layer would just have heavy right there. So let's just go ahead and build this guy. Boom, 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 and then we can just right-click anywhere. There we go. We got a refinery. Look at this. This guy looks really cool. It's awesome. Damien Hazard has done some amazing jobs with the models. I really like him. Now, what you could do is, since these guys have outputs on the sides, inputs and outputs, you could actually stick these guys like directly beside of it probably, and then maybe only have one pipe in between, and this would probably be a pretty good setup because these guys actually pump out the ethanol and the plant oil really fast. They're like extremely fast. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you guys is the crusher. The crusher is really cool. I've been using some of the conveyor belts here. Pretty much what it does is it's pretty much like a pulverizer where it doubles ores that you put in there. It can turn cobble into sand. It can even kill minions, so you could even set up a mob farm with this. So you have like I don't know, a cursed earth mob farm, and it all goes down into this chamber and it destroys everything. You can stick cows and stuff in it. Let's just go ahead. I'm gonna throw some cows in this. Watch this. Watch this. There goes the beef. Look at this. Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. And it spits it out automatically. And I'm using conveyor belts. Conveyor belts can automatically input into chests. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's throw some ores in here. Let's throw in the cobble first. Let's throw the iron, then let's throw the gold. And then you see it makes a sweet animation of cool noise. I've had to turn down my noise quite a lot because this thing is loud. But you see it turns cobble into sand. It doubles ores. Look right here, we have iron grit and nickel grit and iron grit. And then we can just kind of pulverize, or we can smelt this down and get ingots, and just like any other mod, but it is really, really cool. I like it. So let's go ahead and build this guy. I'm going to show you how to build it. This is the first step right here. It's just a mix of steel scaffolding and light engineering blocks like so. And then we are going to stick light engineering blocks like this, 3 on the edge, 1 in the middle, and 2 on the side, and then surround the middle block here with steel fences, and then we are going to take hoppers, stick it right in the top, and then just right click it with a hammer. There you go, we got a crusher. It's doing its thing. That's freaking awesome. Okay, and the last multi-block structure is the excavator. So this guy does exactly what it sounds like. It's pretty much a quarry. We are in a flat world, so it's not going to work very well, but it did give us 6 pieces of dirt. So this guy is really cool. As you see, the power outputs and inputs are right here. The power inputs are right here on the side. You can do up to 3. This guy takes 4,096 RF a tick to actually run. So it's going to take a single one of those diesel generators that was right like over here to actually run one of these things. So yeah, they're really power hungry. As you see, I have the power hooked up just from a creative energy cell. It has a redstone toggle right here, and then this is the butthole, the output for all the items right here. You can just stick a chest on here, or it'll spit them out, and you can have like a complicated conveyor belt system. Now this is actually 2 multi-block structures that we're going to build. So let's just go ahead and do this. This is kind of complicated, so I'm going to need to look a little bit as we build this. Okay, so let's go ahead and build this guy. It's a complicated multi-block structure. It's actually 2. So we got the first layer right here. Let's go ahead and build the second layer. Now, I'm going to have to kind of like be looking over there and checking out how to build this guy because I kind of forget how to build it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, and then we got 1, 2, 3. And then we got 2 of these guys, and then we got a heavy and a light, and this is the second layer. Now the third layer is a little bit easier. We put scaffolding right there, then we go one right there, 1 right there, and then 1 right there. Then these 2 are heavies. That's a light, and then that's a light right there. So this is how you build the first multi-block. Now you can either right click it right now and it'll form up, and this is what you get, or you can just let's just go ahead and kill that guy, and we'll leave it like right here for now. So the wheel, this is what the wheel looks like. So I suggest starting from the middle and going out, because you want to stick the middle block right here in the middle of these guys right there. So you want that to be the middle, and then we're going to come out 2 and put 1, wait, is it? Yeah, put 1 right there, and then come out 2, put 1 right there. And then we're going to do a little bit of this action right here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to want to stick a block of steel, and then go 1, 2, 3, block of steel, and then block of steel at the bottom. And then we're going to do the same thing right here. Then a block of steel on each side, a block of steel at top. So let's go and do this. Let's right click the wheel, it'll form up. Awesome. And then let's stick this engineering block back. Right click this guy, this will form up, and now it works. We just got to hook up energy. So let me grab one of these creative energy cells and just stick a couple of them right there. And it'll start spinning and doing its thing. Look at this. Okay, now that we looked at all the multi-blocks in the game, let's go ahead and start playing with the Engineer's Workbench. Now, there's different things that you can do in the Engineer's Workbench. Once you make a mining drill, you can attach upgrades to it, and once you make a revolver, you can attach upgrades to that guy as well. So, let's go ahead and do that. So, we have the mining drill. Let's add a steel drill head. You can also add an iron drill head, but we're not going to worry about that. And then once you add a steel drill head, you can start mining with it and doing that kind of stuff. Now this guy does require biodiesel, so you have to fill it up in the refinery. So if we stick this here, it'll fill up with biodiesel and that kind of stuff, and you're able to mine more and do all kinds of that stuff. Now these parts are interchangeable, and it has a max of 3 slots right here for different items and equipment. So you have to choose. There's actually currently 4 different things you can attach to the drill. There's a lubrication system, which increases the digging speed, which you'll probably want that. There's internal oxidizer tank, which allows it to operate operate underwater, there's additional augers which stacks up to 3 and adds up to 3 damage. So right now it does 7 attack damage. If we add these 3, it does 10 attack damage. And then there's also the increase of the internal tank size of the mining drill, so in case you want to mine for longer and that kind of stuff. And so we can come back over here to the refinery, fill it up even more, and then now it'll mine faster, it'll do more damage, and it'll be really, really cool. Look at this guy. Looks really cool. And you have a little fuel meter right there, which is really awesome as well. Now, next up, we have the Revolver. Now, the Revolver is modifiable just like the other thing. And then there's different types of ammo. There's Dragon Breath, there's High Explosive, Buckshot, Armor Piercing, and Kazul. So let's stick the Revolver here, and it has 2 upgrades. So we can stick a bayonet on it if we wanted to. If we want to stick a bayonet on it, it'll have a bayonet so we can like stab people, which is cool. We can increase the Revolver's mag size, as you see, and it changed the way it looks and stuff too. And then let's see. So we can also put this guy on it, so in case we didn't want the bayonet, we can stick this, and it'll actually shoot electric bullets whenever you shoot stuff. Let me grab some different types of ammo right here. Let's see. Let's stick. So you just shift right click, it'll open up this guy, then you can stick the different type of ammo right here. There we go. And we could stick different types of ammo in here, like this, and then stick that in there. Yeah, you can just do all kinds of crazy stuff. So, oh. What the balls just happened? What was that? Okay. So yeah, now we're shooting stuff. I get okay, let's get out of here. That's awesome. Look at this. It makes me fly. Oh, this is really cool. I don't know if it's supposed to do this, but that's really neat. Okay, so the last couple things we're gonna look at is conveyor belts, item routing, and the external heater. Now this guy, the external heater, is pretty much, it just supplies, let's take a hammer, right click the top right there, and it just supplies power to a furnace. So you can actually smelt stuff in a furnace without needing coal or anything like that. And also, once this thing fills up with max heat, it'll smelt stuff. It'll make the furnace smelt faster. Now, initially, I think it uses 8 RF a tick to just kind of heat up the furnace. But after that, it uses 24 RF a tick to actually smelt stuff in the furnace faster. Now, if you don't want it to smelt stuff faster and just use a small amount of power, then you can. I think you stick a lever on it and it uses less power. Let's see. Let's put that on there, and then now it'll use less power. I'm not sure. It says in the book right here. Yeah, you can apply a redstone signal to the heater to disable that functionality and have it keep the furnace at full heat without actually using the extra power to make it faster. So that's really cool. Okay, so the last thing I want to show you guys is conveyors and item routers. Now, the item router is a little bit broken right now because I cannot get it to work. But if it's anything like any other sort of routers or anything else, these are the filters, and you can do a couple things. Like, for example, on the blue side over here, I set a birchwood filter. Now you can just shift right click the middle, I think. Is that? No, shift right click one of the sides and it'll completely fill up the edge. So yeah, like that. We can do this with any side we want, like so. And it'll fill all this. Also, you can take the hammer, right-click a side, or shift right-click a side, and you can change it to be or dictionary enabled or disabled, which is cool. Now, the reason I say it's broken is because I've tried several different methods to get this to work, and the router won't accept it. And when I actually tried pipes, or item ducts from thermal expansion, and it crashed my game, which is why I'm in a new world right now. So yeah, I'm assuming they'll fix it eventually, and this is how it works. Now, you can do a couple other things with conveyor belts. You can right-click it, and it'll shift the rotation of it. You can shift right-click it, and it'll make it go up and down. Then you can right-click it and rotate it, and do all kinds of that stuff. So yeah, really cool, really neat. Anyways, this concludes the mod spotlight. We have covered every single thing in this mod. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to go and click the like button. I really appreciate it. I love y'all's faces, and I'll see you guys in the next one.